I had started this business, I had a dream, and as I said, like it was in line with the smart vision that I want to provide smart solutions, and I knew that the journey that I want to embark on is an unknown destination. I don't know where I'm going, but I've got a destination. I have to be patient on my quest until I get where I want to be. What we must do is to understand what's going to happen in future.
Yes.
And what sort of things that are going to change and impact our clients and customers. So we consistently do research. As equal to any business, you need to understand where you want to be. You need to have that dream. You need to align yourself with what you want to achieve and be an example. It's not easy, but it's possible.
Sanbanan, Kanye with the next one, not with an A, the coolest kid. And look, today we're moving different. I want to introduce to you our business segment. It's called the Asringi Business and Beyond. And sitting right next to me today is the CEO of Hogger VR. I'm very excited about this channel because purely what we're going to be doing is speak everything business related. I mean, it is in the saying itself. It's called Asringi Business and Beyond. Brapenyo, our co-host, is here as well. And I'd like to introduce Mr. Livison, the CEO of Hogger VR. How are you doing, sir?
I'm doing well, and how about yourself?
I'm doing fantastic. Thank you so much for coming through today, and obviously allowing us to set up in your beautiful office and have you tell us about Hogger as a whole. I've come to understand that it was first established in 2019, I believe.
Yes, that's correct.
Yes. Please tell me more.
Okay, so Hogger VR was established in 2019, around August, okay? We had our offices in Brongo Spread.
Yes.
Those were initial offices that we had. At that time, Brongo Spread is a small place, as you know it. So it was not giving us the leverage space that we needed in terms of expansion. And through the research that we have carried out, we found out that, we need to move away from Brongo Spread to a better place.
Yes.
Where we will be able to have the galaxy of clients and customers.
Yes.
People who understand what we are trying to do, what we are trying to achieve.
I remember when we were having a conversation, we spoke about the VR sort of parts of Hogger as a whole, which stands for virtual reality. And I believe that was initially sort of the first market you guys were trying to partake in when you initially started, and to which I felt purely based on the conversation that we had is that it wasn't really the time for a virtual reality. What was happening throughout that entire space?
Okay, so as you know, when you embark into a business,
yes,
you start by brainstorming ideas.
Yes.
So the ideas that you need to select is an idea that has the potential to be transformed to a profitable business opportunity. So we thought a virtual reality is going to work for us.
Yeah.
Simply because we wanted to be the first African company to introduce this virtual reality.
And that was when? Back in 2019?
Yes, yes.
And this happened prior to you guys moving to Witbank,
Yes,
right?
yes, definitely.
I say this also because it's a visual reality. Prapini, I don't know if maybe you can attest to this, but it's something that not a lot of companies have gotten the grasp on with regards to how it really works. And the whole understanding of it too. So maybe within our country, it was not the right time maybe to introduce such. What's your take on that?
Which is interesting because of when he said that they thought about it. It means that they were exposed to it first somewhere, and then they thought about it because they saw a lack of it, which is like they had a clean slate to play with, which was very smart, by the way, because they didn't have anyone to reference it back to. Like, we're doing this. This is what we are doing.
Absolutely.
We saw this in Dubai, and we're bringing it home. So I think it was a very smart move for them to do because of it was something that I was unheard of. It's like when someone says to you, "We're gonna have a car," and you don't have, well, you don't know what a car is.
Exactly.
So they had the leverage to play with everything, basically.
Exactly.
Which was kudos to that. Kudos to that.
So this is now 2021. You guys now move back to Witbank. What's the market looking like? What do you then introduce? Because obviously now virtual reality wasn't sort of working at the time. What's the new sort of marketing sort of strategy do you guys impose to the public, or this new recognized sort of market that you decided to tap in?
Okay. What we have done is to say, based on the idea that we had first for virtual reality, it's not going to work for us. Why it was not going to work is because the virtual reality was still under research. Facebook, which have initiated virtual reality, was still conducting massive research.
Yes.
How to convince consumers to understand this.
Yes.
How to do this and that. So it was inappropriate for us to remain with a product that will take very long time for a client or a consumer to understand it.
Yes.
So we said, no, now we're going to, because our company is a technology company, let's put in products and services that will be easy to use from our point of view.
Okay.
And also ease to deploy. So we started even doing software development.
Okay, wow. Interesting.
We started even doing quite a number of systems that we thought they would help us in terms of releasing them into the market.
Yes.
So it was quite complex in terms of that strategy as well.
Okay.
But as time goes on, we managed to pull in a lot of quite number of established partners like Hikvision, Acronis, Mastech, Get Off the Grid, Summit, a lot of quite well-established companies.
Is it?
Yes.
So now you're here in Witbank. What do people then look for? So they understand Hikvision, Hogger VR. Hogger VR is a big brand that has associated itself with other big brands as well. It's just like you have mentioned now. So let's say now I'm a consumer or a customer or a potential client at home, and I'm fascinated by this fast-growing industry that you now have tapped into. What are the type of products can I find at Hogger VR?
So, Hogger VR, you can find CCTV cameras. I'm talking about alarm systems.
Okay.
I'm talking about CCTV. You can see here, we've got, this is a fingerprint reader.
Oh, biometrics.
We've got different, this is a clocking system.
Oh, okay.
Also, this one is facial cognition system.
Okay.
And then you have got intercom systems. You can see there, we've got alarm system, AX Pro series, we've got different cameras. You can see we've got IP solution, Access technology, we've got analog systems. So clients have got a variety of options
To choose from. And this is designed by the problem that they're currently facing, because
Yes.
I've come to understand that you guys are a business that's very solution driven.
Yes, definitely.
Hence that brings me to my next question now. I saw that you guys have you're also part of the curb of how can I put it? You guys are part of curing or maybe bringing a solution to load shedding as well?
Yes, definitely. So as you can see, from 2019 on our website, the first website that we have developed, it was there, Green Smart Energy. Because we as a company, what we must do is to understand what's going to happen in future.
Yes.
And what sorts of things that are going to change and impact our clients and customers. So we consistently do research. So why I'm saying that, if you check, there is what we call fourth industrial revolution, whereby you find that the climate change is being, there's a climate change, the climate is being affected and all these kind of things, you see. So now, obviously, we are going to move away from the coal energy to the green energy.
Yes.
So Hogger VR has made quite a number of changes on our product lines. We brought in most of the recognized brands on renewable energy. We've got backup systems, solar systems, all the KVs. If a client is looking for megawatts, we have got everything that you can think about. We've got higher-end equipment of solar systems.
Explain for me the megawatts. It's megawatts and
kilowatts.
Yes. To which now you differentiate in sort of the organization in which you would then sort of supply within. What is it that? If you can give me a bit of context around that.
So what is happening is that, kilowatts. Myself, I can use kilowatts in my house.
Yes.
But businesses such as big businesses like mines, they don't use kilowatts. They use megawatts. Yes. Because that's a lot of electricity usage. The loads, they're too high. So you cannot use kilowatts. But a domestic and smaller and medium enterprises can still work on a 50 kilowatts,
Absolutely.
and some quite number of batteries which have also amount of space.
So you supply megawatts to mines as well?
Anyone, we can supply anything, because remember that we've got batteries that are worth more than $1 million.
Sure.
One battery, those ones you can use them on mines and big companies. So that's the highest that we have currently. I think it's 1.6 something million, one battery. So a company can buy 5 or 20 or 50 or 30. They can have sufficient electricity, and they can no longer depend on ISCO.
Oh, wow.
And then, yes, and the beauty about that, Hogger VR, because we've realized that these products are very expensive. So what must we do? Because our clients sometimes don't have enough money, especially under this depression of the economy, which is not doing very well, and businesses are closing. So we say to ourselves, let's engage again, find partners who will finance these products, so that our clients can be able to use the money that they have, and while is paying monthly installments.
This is where the financing comes in. Oh man, Fabinho.
Yeah, man. Interesting. But I just now found out something, Mr. Livison. You speak a lot of technical and all those things. And what I've realized is that when people do business, they do business with someone they can relate to. What got you into this industry, and why did you choose this thing? Because you could have chosen anything else. I mean, Witbank has a smorgasbord of options. Why did you choose this specific venture to take on? Because you were creating something that you knew everyone needed, but no one had. Why did you choose this specific field and not the conventional way of doing business?
Okay. So you know what? As you understand that my vision is very smart. It's a smart solutions. It's for smart solutions. And I've realized that there is space in technology that is overlooked by a lot of people. They don't understand it. As myself, I wouldn't understand it, but I've been through my ego drive to achieve great, in technology space. I found it that, let me go in here and compete with big companies. I believe that we've got potential, and what I represent, the smart vision that is in line with smart solutions. I believe clients and customers, I can serve their needs with products that we can, and consistently doing so.
So on that aspect, because you obviously saying your target is very big, you want to compete with the best in the world. How does a young person relate to you as a brand, looking at the sketches that they are facing because of you said your battery is R1 million. So how does a young person then get into your industry? And because your office is just next door to a residence, for example. How do those students come and find from you what more they can do to implement? Because you, for such a project to take on to be the best in the world, you need manpower.
Okay, you see, let me tell you something about that. You see, me, when I had started this business, I had a dream. And as I said, it was in line with the smart vision that I want to provide smart solutions. And I knew that the journey that I want to embark on is a unknown destination. I don't know where I'm going, but I've got a destination. I have to be patient on my quest until I get where I want to be. So it's not an easy industry, as I can say. Like, for instance, if you check where we are coming from, it needed so much passion and determination. You will create enemies, even your family sometimes, when you want to build a brand.
Absolutely.
Because how do you create enemies? People who are used to eat a loaf, white loaf with butter and bread and margarine and eggs and everything, you are going to tell them that now we are going to eat half brown with no eggs, with nothing, only with tea. You see now, these are sacrifices that we need to do. Your family will no longer be the same. A lot of employees, sometimes you have to pay them late. So this industry, it needs, as equal to any business, you need to understand where you want to be. You need to have that dream. You need to align yourself with what you want to achieve and be an exemplar. It's not easy, but it's possible.
Interesting.
Deep stuff, Kaji.
Interesting.
We're gonna lose family members here.
You spoke sacrifices, and I've come to understand that based on all the research that you guys do as a company and all the solutions that you sort of provide to clients as well, what are the sort of sacrifices that you had to undergo, despite the ones that you've then mentioned now, but purely from an expansion of a business perspective, and obviously moving between two sort of cities, whereas you were in Bronkhorstspruit and now you're here. What sort of sacrifices did you as a company have to undergo, and you personally as a CEO too?
It was a big challenge, because you need to understand that with me as a black person, sometimes it's gonna be difficult even to have access to finances. But as you can see, through my strategies, I have managed to get big partnerships with Hikvision. This is the best company in the world in terms of security provision. They provide quality surveillance systems. You understand? So this was my strategy, to say I want to survive, but I want to leverage on the success story of established companies.
Absolutely.
So that my brand will be easily acceptable. But at the end of the day, you need to understand it's a sacrifice. I was not driven by the profit motive immediately, even though this is where the difference is. I wanted to build a brand first that can be recognized, that can be acceptable. I needed to create goodwill from our clients, so that when they come to us, we are able to service them. So one of the strategies that I had to do, to say I don't have a profit, I need to sacrifice that. I can't have profit, I can't have nothing. But I want to train my personnel. My staff needs to be trained. need to understand this system that we are working on. And from there, when we start deploying the systems, my clients will be happy, will be very happy, because we are going to give them what we need to do. So that time it was a process whereby I have to be attacked in finances, and everywhere things were very tough.
Yeah.
But bringing in partnerships, it has made me to be very powerful, because people, they've realized that I have somewhere to go.
Yes.
Companies, they have started to see that Hogger VR actually, it's a company with a vision.
Yes.
They started accepting us, giving us the leverage advantage that we wanted.
Interesting stuff. So you started this concept by yourself.
Yes.
You were sitting and then you're like, I can do this. What was your biggest challenge that made you stop and start again?
So what is happening is that, as a human being that has got an ego drive, that has conceived something practical from nothing, it's for you to see yourself building something practical from nothing. You build those mountains. Like now, I have told myself that I need to capture Mpumalanga in terms of technology, and that is coming, it's coming very soon. This is my vision, to say everything is possible. I want to do this. I can just do a lot of research and find that a lot of people are very skeptical of this industry. They don't want to understand what's going on, because if you are in technology, you need to learn, you need to study, you need to consistently do research. As you asked me earlier on, what do we have to do? You have to understand that we sleep very late. We sleep around 11, 12. We'll be working. We are always with our laptops. We are always, everywhere where we go, we've got that school bag with a laptop. So these are some of things that are very difficult for a person to understand. That's why business people are more energetic than average human beings, because we sleep very few hours. Mostly we're planning and we're thinking.
Are we ready for the big business, Kanye?
I think we are. We definitely are. And especially with what they have to offer as well. I feel like it has a whole lot of solutions to a lot of problems that many companies definitely face. Which is going to bring me to my next question now. We spoke solution driven as a company, right? That's what you're selling. You're selling solutions. And then you spoke CCTV for surveillance footage, to which I feel like you have a part in also sort of causing or bringing solutions to safety and security as well. What's that target? Do you supply surveillance for your small homes as well, to at large, in a sense that maybe a shopping mall, for an instance?
Yeah, so what we are doing, like as I told you, our company is selling everything. If you come here, you're looking for PTZ camera, you will find it. If you're looking for just an ordinary analog bullet camera, you will find it. If you want an IP solutions, you will find it. If you want a thermal camera, you will find it. We are selling everything for mines, for farms, for governments, for everyone.
Very interesting.
Can we talk a bit about the online store? Because I see you have an online store as well. How does that work? Does it work like your conventional online store? Do you deliver? Do people come collect? And obviously, I go for a fixed bullet network camera, and I click and I add to cart, and I'm in Timbuktu. What happens then? What happens then from me clicking add to cart, make payment? What happens then after I make that purchase?
So after you have made the purchase, we are going to see on our system that there is a client who has bought this and that product and is staying away. And from there, then we will dispatch the delivery. So we've got companies, quite a number of companies that are doing delivery national. So it's not a problem on that one. But now on the online store, as you can see, we are going to remove this one. We are developing a new online store that is coming up very soon, probably in 2 weeks' time. And we're going to have a very comprehensive online store that will also compete with the different companies that are also selling online.
I think from here, I'm hearing a lot of, like you said, you saw a chance in the market, then you came into the market, and then you are doing the market. And I think it gives them leverage to just expand in every single way, that because you said you want to take over Mpumalanga.
Absolutely.
Is Mpumalanga the destination though, or are we looking global here? Are we looking at Hogger VR global network?
Okay, so what we're gonna do, as you know, now Hogger VR, this is our head office, Wheatbank. We want to give the people of Wheatbank and the people of Mpumalanga a hope, something that will work for them, because that was the initial strategy to say our objective, our primary objective is to conquer Mpumalanga. From there we will expand to other places where maybe we'll have our offices or other warehouse in Midrand.
Okay.
There, that will be coming, and based on stages as to when we start expanding.
So there's a huge expansion model in play here.
Yes.
It definitely is.
Okay.
There definitely is. I'm very interested with regards to, I want to go back to the surveillance. Right?
Yeah.
Because I feel like crime and security is one of the biggest topics in our country right now. And to come to understand that you have a solution for, firstly, homeowners, as well as big clients like a mall, and a mine specifically as well, is that you've got a solution in a sense that can assist theft and stuff. I mean, you showcased a demonstration with regards to how your alarm system works,
Yes.
and that you have a camera as well that can take a picture of the intruder whilst the alarm is going off. Let's chat about that a bit, because like I said, crime is a big thing, and it seems like Hogger VR has a solution to a lot of that.
Yes. Okay, remember, I want you to understand this. The cameras, they are very important in anyone's life for protection, for safety, and for your security of your home and your family. So what we are doing as Hogger VR, we provide these smart solutions to our customers and clients, because at the end of the day, you have a home, you're going to sleep, you don't know there's house break, during the night you are sleeping, but if you have got these cameras, you have got an alarm. You see the alarm which is called AX Pro Series. This alarm is very powerful. The sound that we can put outside there, once it goes off, no one can wait. You understand? And then we integrate the alarm system with our cameras. It depends what type of camera that we have bought. Some of them, they've got speaker. You can talk to the intruder. You can tell him what you're looking for, because you'll be able to see the intruder, right?
Absolutely.
You understand? So those are kind of things that we
And then for a mining space too, do you provide services for that?
Yes.
Maybe let's say drones and sort of such surveillance?
Yes. So if you need drones, we can get them for you. For companies, we've got drones that can go very far. Drones for companies that can go up to millions. We provide those drones. We don't provide the drones, the minimum drones, but the big companies for security, yes, we can. Because as I told you, that our partnership with Hikvision allows us to sell any products which they have.
Sure.
Any technology, yes.
So let's further our conversation with Hogger VR and Mr. Livison himself just after the break shortly. Thank you so much for tuning into the best segment of the show. We're speaking to Hogger VR, and you're tuned into Asering Business and Beyond, a new segment where we chat everything business related. Just now, before the break, we were speaking surveillance with Mr. Livison, and now we want to speak more of the green energy part that Hogger VR supplies to their clients. What do you have to say regarding how you push, or sort of green energy is the topic for today?
Okay, so what is happening with the green energy is that we also need to educate our customers and clients regarding to the green energy, okay? The green energy is a transformation that is taking place around the world. It's not only in South Africa, but everywhere, okay? As I indicated earlier on that there is an attack on the climate, that's why there is talking about climate change. So what we have to do is to eradicate some of the systems or systems that are currently working and bring in smart solutions. So green energy, obviously, is where there is more topic, as you said, to talk about. Hogger VR is participating in the transformation of green energy, renewable energy.
Yes.
Because it's a cleaner and safer and smart to use. So Hogger VR actually is a prominent player in this regard.
What's your take on that, Prapin?
I think it's interesting because of I understand that most of your product comes with installation as well. So I think it just becomes relevant for the dispensation that we're in, because of most of the people, they look for a gap, especially when it comes to crime.
Absolutely.
They look for a gap that when there's load shedding, there's cable theft and so forth.
Absolutely.
So I think what they're doing is that they're just covering the whole thing of saying that when there's no power, we'll give you power and we'll still continue the security as well.
Yes.
So I think that part of the business is great. And also I think the biggest thing is, how does your after sales market work in terms of that? Because now I come here and I buy an inverter. Do I just drag it and then I install it myself, or do I go for that training of how to look after it? Because I think with so much inverters out there, people are just moving them as a brand, but no one tells you how to take care of the product.
Okay.
So do you guys do that as well?
Okay, so what is happening is that, you see, sales after service is very much important. It's paramount important for any business to do that, because after you have put these systems, some of them you can teach a customer to say, this is how we're going to use the products, but some they are of higher degree of technical. So if you don't have the knowledge of understanding, then we will give you the basic training as to how to use those products, but we will also tell you that, like, switch here if you see this message, switch here, and if you see this one, and if it is persisting, just call us, then we are just a minute away.
Yeah, because no one reads the manual anymore.
True that, no.
Yeah, we just see the manual as a lot of papers and then we just chuck it there. And now I'm sitting with the and sometimes we realize that people don't use the products to the best of what they can produce. So you find that I'm buying a whole lithium battery backup, 25 kilowatt or whatever, and I'm using it for one TV.
Absolutely.
So I think that the educational part becomes there. But I think what fascinates me about the brand as well is that their continuous growth in teaching the public on what happens. Because I think that everyone doesn't teach anymore. They assume you should know, but I think they have that pivotal advantage that they are about teaching the client. But doesn't that take a lot of your time though? Because of, I mean, we're not all great, we're not all A students here.
Yeah, it depends. As you know, domestic, even business, if we have got a business that is looking for solutions such as solar systems, we have to go and install. And after that, probably we can also try to engage them on a service level agreement, so that when they have issues, we are going to resolve issues for them. because these are things which are very sensitive, especially on the renewable products. You cannot just tamper with anything because you will burn the house. So you just have to call immediately. There are some of things that will tell them if it is like this and this and this. It depends with the type of installation that have been done. If it has been done with solar system or just backup without solar systems.
And sometimes you find them to buy the bad
Very
product. I mean, I've realized that guys who buy wedding cakes, you go for a consultation, you go for tasting, you go for color, you go for flavor and all those things.
Yeah.
And I realized that that's what most businesses missed. And I think that's what Hogger gets it right, because of they are saying that we are going to come to you, we're going to teach you about what you need for your solution, and we're going to give you the after sales service as well. So they don't just bake the cake and say, there you go. They tell you, no, you're allergic to nuts. Yeah, they're like, you're allergic to nuts, don't eat this cake.
Yeah, that's true.
Which is
very
amazing.
interesting, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
So now what's going to bring me to my next question now is to, yes, you're in Witbank. Yes, this is where your head office is. Within the next year or two, where are we going with Hogger VR? Are we expanding maybe to the whole of Mpumalanga, just like you have said? Or you just trying to sort of tap in fully to the market that's within eMalahleni before purely expanding to other regions as well?
Okay, yes. Firstly, we just need to stabilize. We need to consolidate our position right here in eMalahleni. And from there, we need to service our clients around here who loves us so much with pride and honor and dignity to an extent that they are happy. But as you know, we need to grow Hogger VR. Hogger VR is going to be a very massive brand. This company will be addressing essential and very powerful issues. So we will look at as to which one we're gonna, which way we can take after here. But it was Nelspruit, our second stop, and after that we will see then how we can move to other provinces as well.
I remember, based on our conversation that we had, is that you guys do landlines as well? Or telephonic?
If you want a business landline, we can do it now for you. We can do a nice virtual line for you. We can have our lines are like this. You can configure it on your phone, on your cell phone, or you can configure it on a desktop phone. So if you are a company maybe which is looking at a switchboard,
yes,
or you are looking for one desktop phone, we can do it as soon as possible.
Sure.
Kanye, I'm looking at the history of this company. It's 2021. So we're going to assume 2021, not in January, but February. Because January...
August.
Yeah, in August.
Yes.
I mean, August, that's when legends are born.
Absolutely.
Yes,
some of us were born in August. So legends are born in August. But then you see the traction that they have already gained. You see the growth plan. Yes, and I think it says a lot about Mr. Livison, because of it shows you the passion that he has to grow the brand.
Absolutely.
I mean, from August 2021, we are literally a year and a half old now, and you can see the massive impact that is the footprint that is trying to get. I think a lot of businesses can take from this to say,
absolutely. No, you're really right.
Yeah, it's not about dreaming small. It's about you want to play with the big boys. Come play. I mean, you can wear a suit every day and talk technology.
Absolutely. Really, really so.
Yeah, that's
but
true.
what question do you perhaps have for Mr. Livison?
Well, I think for me it's not even a question. I think for me it's more of an excitement part, because of saying now we are ready for the next. We're ready for the next step, because
the next level.
We want to see now where the next level. You know, like when you go up an elevator.
Yeah.
I think when you forget the elevator, when you're taking off with a plane, you still have your seat belt on. I'm ready for that moment where the pilot says, "Now we are safe.
Yeah.
You can take off."
We can take off.
I'm ready for the autopilot to see when he's now really moving on that level, how far he's going to go.
Absolutely.
And I think from my end, you're doing an amazing job, especially in the space that you're in. Very relevant business, very, very intriguing, but also something that, I mean, when we grew up, Kokasi, there's always been houses very protected by, and we just thought those are the rich people. But now, when you look at the crime rate then and the crime rate now, and the amount of people who still don't know much about the security system, I think it's a beautiful market that they've tapped into.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And look, Bro Livison, I'm going to be very honest. I think Prapenyu right now said it all.
Yes.
In a sense that we are just waiting to witness Hogger VR take off to new heights, greater heights. And I'm saying because with your track record as well, with when the business was established, as to where you are now, with regards to all the partnerships that you've gotten within the company as well, it's just purely up from here and not going down. So we're really, really excited to witness that as well. But with anything that we haven't discussed right now, what are the things that we're missing out on with regards to Hogger VR and what it potentially has for the market?
Okay, what I can say is that, probably end of this month, when you come here, you will be able to find a lot of products. You can start purchasing from us immediately. We're going to have some few stock that we're going to put here, especially for cameras, and we cannot have too much stock. But we are going to have stock that you can still come in.
Yes.
And yeah, so we are trying to drive the traffic into our offices. Then the other thing is that Hogger VR products, you can buy them on credit.
Okay.
And then you pay monthly. Because we understand the impact of finances and other things. So people must not be saying these things are very expensive. They must come to us, then they will fill forms. We will take the forms to the funders, and from there, once it is approved, then they have the product.
Yeah.
I don't care if you have a massive company, you need more. If it is 100 million or 200 million, we can still get the finance for you.
Sure, interesting.
Yeah, we don't have a limit on business.
Sure, interesting.
But on the households,
yes,
we need people who are owning houses. Then we can help them with the finance on the products they're looking for. So there's a kind of thing.
And this is for everything. This is for surveillance. This is for solar systems.
Yeah.
This is for invectors.
Even if you need
These computers as well.
And then even phones, anything. If you want a setup of switchboard, which is costing a lot, then we are going to apply finance for you, and from there you pay monthly.
Sure. Well, I don't know. My mind is blown right now. It's literally blown. I don't know what you have to say, bro. Pen.
I think one of the things that I'm taking from this is that you can't do this by yourself.
Absolutely.
You need partners, but you need partners that are passionate as you are. You need partners that are seeing the same vision as you are. I think also your reputation is on the line. You can't be telling us that you're going to be doing this and this and this. I think you have the confidence to say that if I'm not able to do it, my partners will be able to step up.
Yes.
And I think it just teaches a lot about the journey of entrepreneurship, is that you need to have partners that are relevant to your craft.
Yes.
Otherwise, like I said, I'm still blown away by 1.5 years of business and how much traction the business has gotten. We're already on office number 2
in 18 months.
Yeah. So office number 2, and it just shows that it's liquid. The business is liquid. It's moving whichever direction it requires. But I think most of all is that it's serving a purpose. It's serving a purpose with the right partners. I think that's what I'm taking from this.
Sure. And before we wrap up, do you have any further questions?
No, I'm good.
Bruh, I must say, this has been one of the most informative and yet educational episodes I've had, purely because of how I've come to understand your business and your company and what it entails, what you guys are going for, what the vision is, what the mission is, and how you've got so many short-term goals as opposed to long-term. And I mean it in a sense that all these short-term goals in any other business, they would probably scale it down to their long terms, but you have just managed to sort of do so much in such a small period of time, and as well as you're striving for more too. And that's why I was asking you about the 2 years sort of of gap from now to then as to how big will this company be, and to which I've gotten a clear picture as to how immense of Hogger is going to be in the next time. So I must say to you, Brother Livison, thank you so much for allowing us to sit in your office today, to get to understand your business, to get to understand who you are as a CEO, and what you aspire to be as a whole. Thank you.
I appreciate your time. I hope we're gonna just keep on explaining and telling our customers and consumers about things that are to come, and the products that we know are coming, and we will continue working very hard to ensure that they are safety and they have lights, and South Africa has lights again. Hogger VR will be a major player in this time of transition and transformation.
Oh, thank you so much. And without any further ado, thank you so much for tuning into this very informative episode of Asring Business and Beyond. You can definitely find out more about Hogger VR on their website at www.hoggervr.co.za, or check them out on social media, Instagram, Facebook, you name it, they're there. Thank you so much for tuning in. Until next time.
Peace out.